God has captured my heart this year in the everyday, in the very mundane. I think it is so important to recognize the way God is at work in the mundane parts of our life because we live in the mundane. For years, I had been through a lot of suffering, so I really had seen that God was there in the big moments. And we all see that God's there in the amazing moments of our lives. The day we get married, the days our children are born, we look at those as sort of the highlights of our life. And then the low parts are often where we meet God the most deeply. But I have found that we can meet God that same way every day, which I didn't really think would be possible. But for me, it's just reading the Bible and depending on God. I think we find this incredible walk with God in suffering. Everything's stripped away, and it is a life of dependence. And we need God for everything. And I think when we go through our lives and we don't recognize our need for God for everything, we don't have these amazing experiences with God because we're not noticing how God is at work. And yet I think when we ask God to show us and just read the Bible in the morning, and that sounds so basic. A lot of times I remember hearing people say, well, the Christian life is about reading the Bible and praying. And I thought, that is so boring. Like, it should be about great conferences and going up on a mountain and doing all of those things. And yet I feel sometimes reading the Bible and just having those words come alive are like mini explosions of grace every day in your life and in your heart. And the Bible can make you really excited and bring you joy in the most mundane moments. It brings the gospel into our everyday. We don't just need the gospel at a funeral or when we're witnessing to somebody. We need it every morning to remind ourselves of God's grace. And so I think just reading the Bible is one of the most amazing things that God has given us. And it seems basic, but it's spectacular when you let it be.